WWDC just ended and there was a lot that was introduced, including iOS 14, iPadOS 14, revamps to CarPlay, watchOS 7, more things on Apple privacy, and macOS Big Sur. And well, I'm going to speak about it in a clear and concise way, so let's get into it. First of all, with iOS 14, there's a new thing called the App Drawer, which gets rid of multiple pages on your home screen, allowing for easy access to any app instead of you having to use the search button. It also includes an easy list. This easy list includes sections called entertainment, games, etc. Widgets are also now being available to go on the home screen, and personalized widgets can go throughout the day, which is a very nice feature to someone who's very busy. And it's also something that no accurate leaker is actually able to give a hint about. Picture-in-Picture is also announced, and really, is there much to say? Picture-in-Picture has been a thing that's been on Android for years now, and I really am glad that it's come to iOS. Most people don't know, however, that it was on iOS 9 for iPads, which is very interesting. There's also been a Siri revamp, so it doesn't take much space, as well as a phone call revamp for the same reason. Now with phone calls, it'll come down like a notification, and with Siri, it'll have like a little bubble going at the bottom of your screen, or wherever you so choose. Messages also got an improvement, with group messages having the contact bubbles be bigger, and growing bigger whether or not that person has been the most active or not. There's also mentions and inline messages within these group chats. Mentions are similar to services like in Discord and Twitch, which basically has you say the contact's name and it basically pings them specifically. Inline messages is what's more on Twitter and Reddit, having a little thread going on with each message, and it groups them up as such. Memoji also got it. No one cares about it though. Maps also has a new thing called EV routing, which is very convenient if you do have an electric vehicle, and it now factors elevation as well as weather when creating a route. CarPlay has new wallpaper options, which is very nice, so you can customize how your CarPlay looks, and there's also new categories such as parking and EV tracking. There's also this new thing that Apple is trying to come up with, which is digital car keys from your iPhone. And the car key is supposed to go in the Wallets app, and it's supposed to allow you to open the car with classic NFC technology, which is very nice. And the car key is supposed to work with any available car, which is great. Last thing in iOS 14 is App Clips, which is a small part of an app that is easily accessible and very fast, and will only stay on your phone for a limited amount of time. iPadOS 14 also comes with the same redesigned widgets and everything else that comes from iOS 14. It also comes with a photos revamp that basically just changed what photos look like, as well as a music revamp, which is the same thing. There's this new thing called Universal Search, which basically is Apple rebuilding the whole search system from the ground up, making it have easily searchable and easy accessible apps. Scribble is also a new feature that comes with if you have an Apple Pencil, which basically allows you to have any written text automatically transfer to regular text, which is actually very useful if you really think about it. The next thing that was changed was AirPods. AirPods in general will be getting a software update that allows them to automatically switch between your other Apple devices whenever you're using that certain device. Say you're on your phone, you're using your AirPods, you put that device down, go into your laptop, which is obviously a MacBook, and then you start watching a movie. AirPods will automatically detect that transition and go to the MacBook from the iPhone, which is honestly a nice way to clean up the whole OS. Another update is coming to the AirPods Pro, which is spatial audio. This basically gives you an immersive surround sound experience, the same experience that are in theaters, but for the AirPods Pro. And the surround sound also follows you wherever your head moves, which is honestly very impressive technology to only come out in a software update, which is awesome. The next thing that we'll be talking about is watchOS 7. There's a new feature called face sharing, which allows you to receive watch faces on certain websites, as well as receiving watch faces from other people through messages. There's also advancements to workouts. We have dance, as well as core training, functional strength training, and cooldown. Now, the most anticipated feature and the most, looked for feature in an Apple Watch is sleep tracking. Sleep tracking is finally being added to the Apple Watch, as other fitness trackers have already had this. Wind down is a new feature that basically allows you to, wind down. It puts your phone to do not disturb mode, and it also blocks any notifications from coming on, as well as lowering your brightness. Automatic detection is also a thing, which is very 2020, since it also tells you how long to wash your hands. It does this by hearing the sounds of water wishy-washing between your hands, as well as finding out your hand motions and movements. The next thing to talk about is Apple privacy. Due to sign up with Apple as being so successful, many consumers were asking to convert all the accounts to this new system. They have also improved location services by only having your approximate location be tracked instead of your actual location. A new thing that's coming to iOS is app privacy. It basically shows how secure that app is and how secure Apple thinks that app is, which, if you ask me, Mark Zuckerberg, you should be doing something about that. The next major thing is Apple TV, which, well, you get picture-in-picture, which is something finally, but something we should have had from the beginning, and you're easily able to switch between games, and a new Apple TV original Foundation is coming, which is nice. With that being said, let's go on to macOS. macOS 11, or macOS Big Sur, yes, I did not make that up, has a lot of changes that make it more feel like an iPad with a keyboard, which is very interesting, and you can kind of see where they're going with everything. The Mac icons in total have changed to be they're more iPad-oriented, and there's a control center to the top right. You see what I mean by it's getting more like an iPad? There's better designs for certain apps, and it's more designed to be like iOS. Messages finally has all the features that it should have had from the beginning, and it now easily complements your iPhone. Apple Maps has also been changed, which has your favorites easily accessible, having indoor maps and look around, which is like Google Maps Street View. And all features that are from iOS 14 are also included in Apple Maps. Safari is reported 50% faster now than Chrome, and there's also a new feature called Privacy Report, which shows the user how that site is tracking what, which could be a very useful feature. There's also extensions, which allows for users to, well, have extensions, and this coming from the App Store. This transition also allows for developers to easily move extensions to Safari. You can choose which websites can use your extensions as well, and how long each website can have access to that extension. You can now also have customizability for the Safari start page, and you also have the ability to easily change the start tabs. Tabs also use space more efficiently, and hovering on tabs allows a preview of each website. There's also a built-in translation feature on each website now. Now, the most interesting thing, and the only real hardware that was actually unveiled at WWDC, is a new Apple Silicon chip. Macs with the Apple Silicon chip will have immense performance with low power usage, which is very good, and the Pro apps will utilize these chips day one, which is even better. Games also run well, as they showed with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and the Quick Start program for developers lets any developer have a Mac Mini with the A12Z chip in. Customers will be able to buy a Mac with these versions of the chip by the end of the year. Well guys, that's going to be all for me. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Anyways guys, it's been great. And remember, stay intelligent.